Sony is officially confirming PlayStation 6. It's finally happening. I know PlayStation 5 Pro just came out, but it seems like we're actually closing in much sooner than expected with the next-gen PS6 console. Because now we have just received the latest specifications for the PS6 as well as the next Xbox console. Now this one comes from Insider Gaming, where they have now officially stated that the PS6 rumors suggest that consoles will use the brand new AMD's UDNA architectural CPU cores. Now in the article, they have now mentioned that the PlayStation 5 is 4 years old, and that means that it's currently time and rumor for the next-gen PlayStation 6 to pick up on more stream. Now the PS6 will use the new AMD's UDNA GPU architecture within the console, and it's the same architecture that AMD is going to be using in its Radeon 9000 series GPUs starting in 2026, which is like the latest AI-driven GPUs, and it will also reaffirm that the console itself will be utilizing a Zen 4 or Zen 5 CPUs. My God, that's like a beefy ass PC if you ask me. Now the CPU decision, however, remains undecided as per the claim, and the rumors for the PS6 using AMD is nothing new. Now it will reportedly be in September that the system would stick with AMD over Intel in order to preserve features such as backwards compatibility. Lastly, it would be said that PlayStation handheld will also receive some more AMD hardware's updates. Now it seems like PlayStation 6 is going to be like very powerful than what we have thought. And it's actually using the latest GPU from AMD as well as CPU from AMD. And the reason why they're going to be sticking with the AMD GPUs and CPUs is because they want to have all of these backwards compatible game features, because a lot of people are missing out, being able to play the PS5, PS4 games on the PS6. So it's going to be like a huge feature that Xbox is definitely going to deliver, and they've already been delivering using all the cloud service and all that. So Sony better step up their, game, and that's one of the reasons why they're going to stick with the new AMD chipsets. Now, what's interesting here is that we also have another system specifications that just got revealed for the next Xbox console. Here it states that the development of a next-generation hybrid game platform capable of leveraging the combined power of the client and cloud to deliver deeper, immersive, and entirely new classes of gaming experience optimized for real-time gameplay, and creators will be enabling new levels of performance beyond incompatibilities of the client's hardware alone. Now, the key strategies, decisions, and investments seems like the CPU is going to be using the Gen 6 version. Wow, that's even more powerful than what the PS6 is coming up with. I think the PS6 has got like, what is it, Gen 4 and Gen 5 CPUs, and Xbox is going a little bit more out of the box, and they're going for Gen 6 CPUs here. And balance of big or little CPU cores, GPU co-designed with AMD or licensed with AMD's IP with Navi 5 technology, and NPU balancing the desired flexible programmable ML silicon versus high-performance silicon for targeted workflows. Okay. Forward compatibility, next-gen DirectX ray tracing, dynamic global illumination, micro-polygon rendering optimization, ML-based super resolution, extensibility model for faster iteration and innovation, lacking thin OS, which is lesser than $99 consumer of handheld devices. All right. So it seems like, Xbox is setting up to be even more powerful than what PlayStation 6 is currently planning to be, and comparing both of these chipsets, and the one game that I honestly want to see outperform the next gen console is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6. And as we all know, GTA 6, from whatever we've received from Digital Foundry, it's definitely not going to be running at 60 frames per second on the PS5 Pro version. So this means that we definitely want the PS6 to be coming out as soon as possible. And it's only going to be possible, I think, Xbox is most likely going to be launching their next-gen console anytime soon. Now that, Sony released the PS5 Pro version, and the last time they released the PS4 Pro, I think that's exactly when, out of the blue, Microsoft decided to go ahead and jump in with the Xbox Series X console and Series S console, and they just kind of forced Sony to, release the PS5 as soon as possible. So I think it's going to be like the same thing once again. They just waited for Sony to release the Pro console, and finally just come out with like a banger technology with the Xbox console out there. So that's basically what they're doing at this point, and Microsoft is going all in with the CPU cores, and they're also upgrading to the Gen 6 version, whereas the PS5 is getting like the Gen 5 version CPUs. And if that's even true, I think, games like GTA 6 is going to run flawless in the new Xbox console compared to the PS6, because it's a heavily CPU tasking game, especially with all the new technology that Rockstar Games is coming up with, like the dynamic weather system, AI upscaling, and a lot of different AI features. It's definitely going to be CPU tasking and RAM tasking more than graphics itself. So I think the next Xbox console is going to be like a huge win in compatibility for the truly next-gen consoles. And of course, it's not like official confirmation. This is not from Sony, of course. It's coming from Insider Gaming, from whatever they've heard about people at Sony talking about what's happening with the next-gen PS6 console. And it seems like the console could be coming out sometime in the year of 2028, early 2028. And as for the new Xbox 2 console, which is like the next-gen Xbox console, that one could be coming out much sooner, I just believe. It's probably going to come out much sooner than the PS6 itself, because that's just how Xbox likes to play dirty, and it's definitely competition between Sony and Microsoft, and they're definitely going to bring the consoles early on so that they can outbeat or outcompete with the sales of the PS6 consoles. That's definitely going to happen with GTA 6 coming out. I think now is the best time to go ahead and release the next-gen console in order to get the most sales done, particularly for that one game itself. And this one is actually coming from experts at Digital Foundry, and they have now given us some full-fledged update on the system requirements for GTA 6. And trust me, man, this game is so freaking beefy. I think what we used to consider as like the most overkill gaming PC is now going to be like the main standard once GTA 6 comes out. Because just take a look at the new system requirement that is coming from Digital Foundry and also some of the leaks. Now it seems like GTA 6 will require at least a minimum of 64 megabits of memory on the PC version. Seems like the game is actually going to require at least a minimum of 64 gigs of RAM on your PC. And I think it's absolutely nuts. And we've also got an in-depth update from Digital Foundry where they've now said that GTA 6 is expected to be running at 720p resolution or even much lower with dynamic resolution upscaling on the Xbox Series S console. Now, according to an expert that's coming from Digital Foundry expects that Xbox Series S is to maintain visual characteristics at the expense of resolution, which will be acceptable for most of the players. Now, they also mentioned that the game will be targeting 1440p at 30 FPS on the Xbox Series X as well as on the PlayStation 5 consoles. The console is definitely going to be priced at $1,000 minimum, and based on other regions it's probably going to go all the way up to like 1,500, 1,300, we never know. So it's going to be ridiculously priced, and as of now it seems like the production and all that stuff with the architecture of PS6 is going to be starting in 2026 as far as what Insider Gaming has now reported. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys personally think about this whole PlayStation 6 situation? And now that we have officially gotten some updates from Insider Gaming, what do you guys think? Do you think it's too early for like the next gen consoles, like for having PS6 and the new Xbox 2? Or do you think like it's perfect time since we're also getting GTA 6? I personally feel that it's perfect time because GTA 6 is coming up and it's like the one big game that the entire world is waiting for, and what better time than now to have a truly next-gen console that could run a truly next-gen game rather than just having to wait for so long. We could just experience the game in the finest form that it possibly runs at as soon as it launches, rather than just, re-experiencing it once again on the next-gen consoles once again. After you're being fully spoiled with the game, after you've played it, after you know everything about the game. It's something about this first-time experience that just makes everything feel much more, authentic. And I think that's one of the reasons why I definitely want to see Microsoft releasing their version of a competition for the PS5 Pro. Now let me know down below in the comments, what are your thoughts, your opinions about this whole situation? It would be definitely great to know what you guys have to say in the comments. I would love to read and reply to as many of you guys as I possibly can. And with that being said, if you guys are excited for GTA 6 next-gen consoles and new hardwares and the pricing for the consoles, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not going to be more than $1,000, because already we know that the PS5 Pro costs $700. So I don't know, man. It could be ridiculously priced for the next gen consoles. It could probably go beyond 1,500 euros. And that's just insane for a console. I would rather get a PC, but then, games are going to be releasing first on the console. So it's kind of, forced out situation, and gaming is going to be super expensive in the future. So yeah, honestly, if you guys did enjoy this video, found any of the information valuable, leave a like. It really goes a long way for me as a creator for this channel, for this video. Your support is very much appreciated. And with that being said, if you guys are looking for a YouTube channel that covers all the latest information that you guys need about upcoming video games and the gaming industry, make sure to go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free on YouTube. That's the best part about YouTube, right? So subscribe, turn the notifications on, and I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye, amigos.